Good morning, everybody. I hope everybody's having a wonderful morning. It's a little bit rainy and kind of blah, but you know what? Let's cheer it up with a bright and happy card. So this is my template, and I'm going to show you guys how we're going to create this. It's a super, super cute card, and this is using all the products from Paper Sweeties. So I've used this super cute little stamp set. Let me just show it to you. Look how adorable that is, and it has all these amazing little sentiments, and we're going to be playing with a lot of little pieces on here. I think we're going to end up using almost everything on here when it's all said and done. And then we're using a paper pack from Doodlebug to help pull it all together. And I know it's Easter, but there's a lot of stuff in here, and I've already pulled most of them. Yeah, but look, just look at the cute little flowers. And like there's the pinks, and this is another one. I was pulling a bunch of these little sentiments off of here. And look, this one just says hello. And then love you. And I've been thinking about you. So there's certain things, thanks a bunch, you are sweet, that are definitely not super Eastery. So don't, just because it has an Easter vibe or because, you know, that season's over, take a look at it. There's still probably a lot of stuff in there that you can use if you match it with something else. All right, so good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing? So this is the card we are doing. I kind of fell a little bit in love with my flip flat card from last week. Let me grab that. It's not a flip flop. That was a four-fold card. So I just kind of loved the just the easiness and kind of the fun of having a card that had a lot of elements and just some folds. So I was playing around, and I don't know if anybody's ever come up with this, but I didn't see anybody make this, so I kind of came up with my own design. Super simple. You don't even need a scoring board for this. I put a little bow on here, but you don't have to. It kind of opens it up like a little present. You could totally leave the card just like this, and the second one we're going to do is going to be without a bow. So the first flap is you fold it over, and then you fold this over, and you fold this over. And I have not completely finished this card. And there it is. So there's still some pieces left that we're going to finish together. So that is how the card lays. And when it sits there, it looks like it has a mat, and it's kind of like a fake out in a way. So I just thought that was fun. So that's how that works. So let me show you how to put together this card. Let me set this off. You need one sheet of paper. That is it. One sheet. Super simple, right? So far, not so hard. Take your sheet of paper, and you're going to want to cut it. Yeah, I pulled pieces out of the way. You're going to want to cut this thing in half to 4 1/4 long ways, because we're making a long card. So this is going to make an A2 size card. So cut this 4 1/4. Put this off to the side. If I cut all the way through. The next one you're going to cut is you're going to cut it to be 10 inches. So this is 11 inches. Now we're going to cut one that's 10 inches. So 10 inches, and you're going to cut it to be 3 1/2 inches wide. And that's it. Super hard so far, right? Can't get any more difficult than that. All right, so the first thing you're going to want to do, and if you want to get a bone folder or something like that, go for it. You fold this in half. I wanted to find a fun card. What if you didn't have a scoring tool? Could you totally use a scoring tool? Yes. And I will put all these dimensions in there when it's all said and done. But just fold it in half. Now, I want to show you, get the main template out again. So our main part of our card, and this is the cool part, so this is the back of our card right now, see? And then there's this piece. Well, this technically is this piece right here. All I did was I folded it in half. I did make a little boo-boo. That's what you call why you practice, right? But it's still, you know, it's hardly noticeable, so I'm not too worried about it. So the front flap, which this is the front flap, we are now going to take this and we fold this in half, just like this, and just fold it right onto that little crease right there. So now we have a card that goes like this. Now, if you want to fold it backwards on itself, you want to get out your bone folder, the more you kind of play with the card, the faster it's going to work. So there we go. So this is the beginnings of our card here. So it opens up, but now we want to make it so that the card kind of closes in itself, right? And that's where this piece comes in. So all you do is take this piece, and this was the 3 1/2 by 10 inch, and you fold this in half. I mean, this is a card, you take one sheet of cardstock, and the cool thing is that you do have a little bit of extra wherever I happen to put it. There's little bits of extra like this. So if you want to do some color swatching, or you've got little tiny stamps, or for instance, like this piece right here, you know, there's stuff that you can still use. So it's kind of cool in that respect. that you don't need to have a ton of sheets of paper to get this kind of really neat effect of having all these little flippy flaps. All right, we're done cutting for now. Inevitably, I'm going to find something that I messed up on. So then you take this piece, which opens the opposite direction, and that goes in the center here, just like that. So you could have it so it folds this way, and you could put a little something here so that's like a tab you would open, right? Or you can do it the way that I had set up, which is this piece goes in and then this goes over top. And that's just the card. I mean, it's quite straightforward. From here, what you're going to do is you're going to put your background mat. So I already pre-cut a ton of stuff, and I decided to change my colors for my backgrounds. So this one I did like this plaid color, and I played around. I went with different colors, but the key thing that I did is that the background plaid is the same as this front page. So this and this have to match. So this is just a standard mat that would go. So if this is 5.5 by 4 1/4, this is 4 by 5 1/4. That's how I do my mats. So we're just gonna stick that down with my tape runner, which, oh, it's buried. I have lots of little pieces everywhere. That's okay. So put that down. And I did grab an extra refill sitting underneath my stamps over there because it feels like it's almost to the end. All right, and then I'm going to grab that other purple because that purple's here. Now, you don't want to mat it like this because you want it to look continuous. Whoops, here we go. You want it to look like it's a continuous mat in the background of your card. So what I did is I just bumped it up against the edge here. And I have a little bit of an extra lip, but that's okay. So it makes it look like it's a continuous card. So I could technically, this little piece I cut to, it's supposed to be, this is 2.5 by 4. I should have done 2 3/4, or like 2 and a smidgen more than a half. So that way I wouldn't have as big. I did do it correctly on this one. I just forgot because I was cutting all of my pieces, and all of the other inserts are 2.5 by 4. And I just was cutting and I totally just, brain fart. Okay, so once you have that down, that's the beginning of your card. Then you come in with this piece and you lay this piece over top of that. And that creates, it's like a mat. It's almost like you're matting a mat. So that's where I got that dimension. And then you can come in. And any paper pack, I just think that's super sweet. I love the cuteness with the bicycle. I wanted a fun, cute, fresh, and all these supplies came from Paper Sweeties, and the link is down below. And cute stuff, let me tell you. Super, super cute stuff. All right, so there is the beginning of our card. Ta-da. Now, if you wanted to add the ribbon, that would be a step that you would do before you put this white sheet on. And all I did is I put a little cut right there. So if I open it up, you can see I put a little cut, and that's where the ribbon is coming through. And then I ran the ribbon underneath the white sheet, and it pops out right here. And you can see the ribbon is running underneath, pops out right there. So it gives you that little bow. I know I folded that wrong again, but it gives you that little bow. It kind of acts as a closure because your card kind of wants to pop open, but the more you kind of play with it and stuff, the more it's going to stay closed. It's just because this has got a little bit more stuff. So the more you kind of fold it, the more it stays flat. I mean, because this card I've been playing around with a lot, and look how flat it lays now. And it's got heaviness to the paper, so it's really laying flat at this point. But you totally add the little ribbon. And the seam binding ribbon also came from Paper Sweeties, so it's just a little cute something. Just a little doodad there. Ta-da! So it's just, you could do that. It's just, if you guys got ribbons, it's a great way to use them up. You guys are pretty quiet. Another great card design. Oh, thanks. I was having so much fun with that last one from last week. I just was like, I want to make another one. So I just kind of sat down and started playing and went, I want to flip it this way and this way. And so, yes, again, I have no idea if this one has been made by somebody else, but I'm going with it. All right. So this, I'm claiming it's mine because I've not seen anybody else do it. All right. So I screwed up a little bit. That's going to bug me. I'm going to redo this. I am pretty sure I have another purple in there. It's because it doesn't line up. It lines up too evenly. And that just is going to irk me. And I do have another purple. Now, they always say measure twice, cut once. Yeah, I didn't measure twice. So I'm going to remeasure to make sure I don't screw that up. All right, so I know my height is going to be 4. Now, this is I have is a 2.5. So we're going to go 2 and 5/8. Yeah, we're going to go 2 and 5/8. That should be good. So if I have, so half, 5/8. If I have a whole bunch, I'm going to go actually a little bit more, and I can always take a smidgen off if I don't like it. I always will cut my shorter side first. That way I have more paper left over. And the back side actually is the one that has all these cute little, I should have looked at that. I should have flipped it over and done, but I like the hello. I might use that on the next card. I think they're so sweet. All right, so let's see. Did I do a better job this time? Good morning, Stephanie. Hey, everybody jumping on. How's everybody doing? All right. Oh, see, look, now I went too perfect. I should have went with my gut instinct and went, no, do what you said. Just measure. You measured it, Erin. That's okay. It's always easier to go too big than too short. Too big, you can always, sorry, I'm having to drop this down to the ground. Too big, you can always amend it a little bit. So I'm just folding that front flap down just for a second, just so I have this all lined up, ready to go. And I want to see if I was trying to see if I could get the plaid to line up a little bit. The top does. The top lines up perfectly. So we're going to go with that. So it's Mother's Day weekend coming up. This would be a super cute little card to give. The kids could get into it. So this is my thought, is that, and I know I'm mom, but whatever, is that you could kind of get the things all prepped and the kids would have a blast with this if they wanted to make, I mean, I'm having a blast with it as an adult. So there you go. But yeah, I mean, this totally could be a Mother's Day card. The fact that it can be like wrapped up like a little present and with the bow, it's adorable. All right, so here is the beginning of our card. So now you have, look at all the fun spaces. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Did I count that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 little surfaces that you can do. And that might seem a little overwhelming because then you have to think of all the fun things, but they don't have to be super complicated. I mean, you can definitely grid this out and decide what you want. The front, I'm going to treat just like my regular card, what I want to do. And I'm going to mimic what I have here. So I ran out of the blue paper because the back side of the blue was the, of course, the blue, which is acting like my sky. The back side is the plaid, which I like the plaid. I wish they would have not put like another Easter. This, if I was going to make a paper pack to give it more longevity, this is my soapbox. If I had eggs on the other side, I would put something that is not Eastery, like the grass. Great. If I had carrots on the back side, I would not be putting Easter. I'd be putting something that's a non-Easter. So I'd be mix matching. So like, this is perfect. You could do flowers and you have Easter. So I wouldn't have put the blue and the plaid together, but that's just me. So I pulled this one because it's still, the color still works really well. This one actually came from a Lawn Fawn set that I had, and I was trying to find a paper that really did work with the colors, and I could still use the rest of the papers from my paper pack. But let me tell you, I have all these super cute paper packs and I only ever use like maybe 1 or 2 sheets. This is a fantastic way for me to feel like I'm using up my stash of paper. Do you guys ever feel that way? Like you have to use up your stash of paper, or like you want to because you have so much of it and you love it. This is a great little card that you can do that feels like you're using up a lot of your different papers. All right, I'm just checking. Can't stay long, about to take Abby to school. Oh, well, have a great day at school, Abby. Awesome. All right, just checking out everything everybody's writing. Thank you, everybody, for enjoying us so far. All right, so that is my beginning. Now I'm going to come in, and I have a mug sitting on my desk that I put all my little scraps in because they were floating everywhere. Trying to see if I have any more of the green paper still around. I thought I had more. You guys see green? I don't see the green. Nope. All right. So we got to pull another green. I thought I had another green somewhere. You know, inevitably I'm going to find it within 2 seconds and be like, ah, there it is. So I just started doing this. I actually happened to have the mug sitting on my desk for a different reason. And I had all these little scraps of paper because I was cutting. And I was like, well, what if I need another piece and they're all loose? So I threw them all in the mug, and I'm kind of liking that little organizational tool. All right, so I need a green. And this green's super cute. I mean, regular green would work too, but it already has like little tufts of grass on it. So I thought it was kind of fun. So that way it looked like, you know, it's like the bike is in the grass. All right, and I had it cut to size. That's the stupid part. That's irking me. Where'd it go? Fudgers. All right, I already had it cut down to the right size. So the length, I got to match the same length as this front mat. So that is going to be 4 3/4. And I got to make sure that it's long. So I don't want to cut it this way because my grass tufts are going the wrong way. Now, if you have a sheet of paper, so I have to cut this the long way first. If you have a sheet of paper that is just like green dots or something that you're trying to mimic for grass, don't worry about it. It could be whatever you want. All right, so from here, I'm going to take some scissors and I'm going to mimic, that's got like a little edge at the top. So actually, I'm going to be cutting that off, so it doesn't matter. Haha. Sorry. And then you just want to give yourself like a rolling hill. I know there's a bajillion dies out there, but you know what? That's easy to do that. And then you can decide how high you want your grass. I think I want to make my grass a little bit taller, but again, you can always make it shorter after the fact. So let's go with that. I made it about 1.5 inches from the highest point. So how do I like that? Yeah, see, it's a little taller and just going with it. Sorry, flying cards. I need like a little table just next to my desk here. So that way if I'm putting things, there's only so much I can fit on my desk here. I don't know. I had a template of a bike. Now it looks like the bike's like in the grass, which is fine. It could be like, you know, on a kickstand, just resting. We'll go with it. Change it up a bit. Why not? Okay, so now our bike is there. Now I debated for this card, I stamped the bike out of the yellow because I wasn't sure if I liked the black. And I don't know, what do you guys think? And I've been going back and forth over this for a while. Do you guys like the black or do you like the yellow? And then I colored it in a little bit. This one I haven't colored in, so let me finish coloring it in and maybe that'll make the choice. I just picked up these Everblend art markers from Arteza, and so I've been playing around with them a little bit too. They're like the Arteza's version of a alcohol marker, or they are Arteza's alcohol markers. And so I got myself a nice big set because I was piecemealing a whole bunch of different markers. Like I had a few Copics, I had a few Spectrum Noirs, I had a few Style Files, but I was missing a lot of colors. So I was really limiting myself to what I could color. See, I feel like I'm just not getting enough color on this. It looks really dark, but maybe it'll look nice. I mean, I don't know. But I love that there's so many little things in here that I can color in, and that really makes it pop and adds the color. And you know, for here, I colored all the pieces in pink. And so for this, I'm just going to do the pink as a little heart in the center. I want a nice big bright pink to match. So it was a really big bright pink on there. So the black makes the black, okay. So everybody's like, I like yellow, I like black. Well, why don't we do this? Why don't we make this card with a yellow bike and we'll make this card with a black bike, which means I got to do 2 more bikes, which is super easy. So let's do that. I can always come back and take it off. So, but we're doing the same. So that's part of the other thing is that when you're doing a card like this, because there's so many layers and you're thinking how many different dimensions, you can keep the design the same and it still fits as an A2 size card, which fits in an A2 size envelope, which is fantastic. Okay, so that little guy is going to go there. So let's make a couple more bikes. So here is that. And I'm going to do the yellow bike first. You know what? Now that I'm seeing them, I'm kind of, I don't know. Okay. I'm really humming. The indecisiveness is killing me here. We're going to come back to some of the other stamps here in a minute to show you how I'm filling up the card. And we're just going to do the bike, which, oh, here it is. Da, da, da. Now, because I have yellow as a later color and I really had to clean my stamp off well to get the black off before I stamped, I'm going to do the yellow stamp first. So let's just do that. Yellow stamp first. There we go. It's got like an orangey yellow. Looks pretty. I mean, it definitely fits within the color vibe. It doesn't clash. It just doesn't, I think you guys are right. I don't think it pops as much. But, you know, I've already stamped it now, so whatever. I can always come back and do more. So, oh, why am I taking that off? Now I need to do another one. Cut myself. I'm using my tiny cutter today. So we're going to do a black one. And where's my black ink? There it is. There's so much crap on my desk. There we go. Oh no, now I got stuff on there. I gotta flip it. All right, we'll do our little black bike. That came out so nice, better than that one. Maybe I was pressing better. I don't know. All right, now I have my little, oh, and there was one other thing. You know. We are also going to stamp, if you noticed, I stuck in here the little balloons, and I love the balloons, and we're going to come back and do something, and we're also going to do something on these as well. So we'll just kind of go in stages. So on one of these, because I already did one set of balloons, I'm also going to stamp another set of balloons and just use my space wisely. I thought these balloons were so cute. I tried to get the balloons to fit onto the bike. It just didn't work. It didn't work for me, but I'm sure somebody could figure that one out. That would be awesome. There. Cute. Super cute. Something about bicycles. When you guys think bicycles, for some reason, I always think France. I don't know why. It's not like we don't have bikes everywhere in the world. I just think France when I think bicycles. So with the stamp set, oh, my desk is turning into a giant mess ball here. There is also a die set that goes with it. So that way you can die cut out your little pieces. So that's what I'm going to do now. Go ahead and die cut these out. And there we go. Oops, that'd help if I actually put my cover on. I'll just do the one. I don't want to bump into the other. This little guy is so handy, having like a little die cut, so I don't have to pull out the giant one. So easy, especially for all these little fun cards that you want to die cut pieces. Makes your life easy. Line that up. There we go. Hey. Trying to see what I was saying. All right, love my set. Got them a few weeks ago. So you guys like the black. Okay, what else to say? Oh, for this set, the accessory pieces were illustrated to fit the back of the bike. Oh, the back of the bike. I hadn't tried the back of the bike. I was trying to fit it on the front of the bike. No wonder. Well, I will try. Well, let's play with it. I'll pull out the little, once I get the balloons. I should have colored it in, but there's really not a whole lot to color on these. There's not some like super fancy coloring. Shading, I'm not going to bother doing any kind of massive shading because it's such, like for the bike, it's just little bitty pieces. The balloons you could get into shading, but I kind of like the balloons when I didn't, and I just colored them straight. So there we go. All right. Ah. All right, here we go. All right, so let's take a look. So they fit on the back of the bike. Yeah, that could work. Now I feel like it's going to go up, up, and away. That's cute. But that's cool to know. Yeah, I was looking at the fact that there's a little rest right here, and there's a little rest right there. And they have, like, there's a little bouquet, and there's a cupcake, and there's a present. So you definitely could do those. And those also come with the dies as well. So not only do you have, okay, there it is. I pulled out a little magnetic sheet. So as I'm working with this, because there's so many little dies and they come together, you have to cut them apart, which is nice because it keeps them all together. But once I've cut them, they're kind of little, and I'll store them back in the same little package that I keep my stamps. So it's all together. But in the meantime, while I'm working with them on this card, I'm just keeping them on a little magnetic thing so they're together. And then I'm not going, where to go, where to go? It's all with me. All right, put this off to the side. I think you guys are right. I think I'm liking the black better. So I might go back and redo the black bike. And it's easy to pop off. So let's just go with that. All right, so next what we're going to do. Oh, I think my tape adhesive is about to be out. Is we are going to line up my grass right here on the bottom. And I'm going to put this one I've already colored. So We'll use that one first. There we go. Now, for any reason, I do have to go. I have to be done by 10:30 this morning, so we still have some time. I'm not in any kind of rush. For any reason, don't get this 100% done. I will be finishing it and then posting pictures on my Instagram and Facebook so you guys can see what the finished product looks like. But I'm going to try and finish one complete card with you. But like for me, I'm going to go back and probably change that to black. So what I'm doing is I'm taking the bike and I'm lining it up on one side over here. All right. And then my idea is when I open up my card, the bike is going to move. So it becomes one of those little flip flaps that the bike has like shifted. So that's kind of the thought process on that one. All right. So now we have the front cover. I'm going to get out my Misty. And I did this because I really wanted to make sure I line this up correctly. I mean, you don't have to do this part, but you could do this by hand. I just wanted to have it's the front of the card. I did not want to have to redo any of the stuff on here. And I still have this lined up just perfectly. So if I wanted to re-stamp that sentiment and make sure it popped, and now the black makes more sense with the sentiment. It'll work better. So I think we're going to go with black bikes, guys. Colored in black bikes. Oh, I actually did a really good job the first time. Haha. Score. There we go. I know my stamp is on there. I just, if I want to go back and make another card, it's there. I probably won't, but there it is. All right. Now, I also want to play with this. Oh, and I had a tray. Where'd my tray go? Fudgers. I've been saying that a lot lately. Fudgers. I had a tray. Where'd my tray? Oh, I'll just make a mess. It's fine. All right. I wanted to pull out a few of these cute little, they're so adorable. Oh, and they're in a little, oh, she's so smart. Usually you get them and they're not like, this has got a resealable little bag. Oh, sometimes you get ones where you open them up and then they just fall apart on you. So I could reseal mine. See, it's little things like that that are amazing to me. I just think that's the best. The simple things in life just make me happy. I don't know why. Okay, so these little guys look like flowers. And so we're going to add some flowers to our grass. So look how adorable those are. Aren't those fun? And they're actually kind of cupped up like a little flower. I just think they're so cute. So I have a black pen. And here's hoping I don't screw this up. And we're going to add just little flowers just right here. So just some fun flowers in the grass. Just like that. 1, 2, 3. And then we'll have some that are coming down. Well, I don't know. Let me see how that looks first. So I'll have 3 little flowers. I need to grab my adhesive real quick. This is just a super tight adhesive. It's just a really easy little pen. Here we go. I could have done those in green, but since we have a lot of black going on, we're just going to go with that. And I had, there it is. I had to put it all back there. This is just a little katana. It's a little sticky thing, but then it sticks to that. It's supposed to stick to that. It's supposed to release. And I can always make my stems a little bigger and I can come in and I can add some leaves. But now I've got some little flowers happening here. Look how adorable. You guys are so quiet. See, I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing because I don't know if it's because you're just concentrating on what I'm doing. Because if you're talking, does that mean that you're not paying attention to what I'm doing? If you're chatting amongst yourselves, I don't know. But if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. Happy to answer. There we go. Just some cute little flowers. Some little doodles. Little spring card. Looks kind of cute, right? We're getting there. Those are going to take a second to dry. I will add them to that, but I kind of want to take you guys through this card. All right, so now we're going to open this up. And I debated, do I want to put something here? Do I not? And I think we're going to put this little guy because he's got that little bow and you're so sweet. I just thought that looked so cute. So I'm mixing and matching a little bit from the different stamps, and then also these cut pieces because they were in the paper pack, and so why not? Now, these little guys have some dimension, so I'm not going to be able to really add them inside the card, or the card's not going to lay flat. So you could do something that definitely has a flat, like a sticker or like a die or something, but I only can add these little guys to the front of the card. And look, see, now that I've played with the card more, look how flat it's laying. It's really doing a good job of not pulling up the more you kind of tweak and play with it. I really should have done the flowers last because I'm afraid they're going to fall off, but it's okay. We can always reglue them. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to add some more of our background layers here. Clean some of this stuff up. So we have this piece. This one's going to go right here. So there we go. Ah. And I have all these cool tools that I don't use as much as I used to. So I am pulling out my old-fashioned border punch. Oh, mini glue dots. Yeah, you know, I'm not a fan of glue dots. Not that there's anything wrong with them. I just like a wet glue better. I'm weird like that. Just me. I think everybody has like their personal preference of what they do and do not like. And I like a wet glue. I've used glue dots many a times. But we all have our likes and dislikes. All right, so here all I'm doing is I'm border punching. I have not pulled these guys out in ages. And to make sure that I'm lining it up correctly, I'm just butting it up against the edge. These things are so fun. I have so many of them. I used to use them on my scrapbook pages all the time. I absolutely love them. And basically there's like a design on the side here. And so you just line up the design. There it is. Line up the design, and then you punch. And then it does the continuous border. And then you go the other way. And so I just thought it would be kind of fun to pull that out. I haven't used mine in a long time, and it just creates kind of a fun little something on there. That looks really busy, though, with the flowers in the background. See, on this card, I didn't put the two colors together when I first thought of it. I had the pink with the blue, and I like that better. So maybe we're going to change that background. That's like too much. Okay, what other color do I have that's very there's more purple. What do we have? Oh, I still have the bit. You know what? We'll go back to the purple because that looks better. The other one was just a little too crazy. So that happens. So I got to recut. All right, so what was my dimension on that? Crap. It's the same as this. All right, so it's 4 3/4 by 3 1/4. There we go. 3 1/4. Ooh, just barely have enough. 4 3/4. There we go. So yeah, do I rip things apart because I think it's going to work and then it doesn't? Totally. But now I don't get to use my little hello. That's okay. Oh, and that's toast. I need a new trimmer. There, that looks better. Now it looks a little more continuous with the card. Oh, I'm loving that. So cute. It's funny how you start putting it together and you're like, yeah, that looks really good. Okay, the next thing we're going to do, here we go. Did I do that correctly? Now I feel like I didn't do it right. Oh, I border punched the big one. That's what I did differently. That's okay. So we changed it up. I border punched the little one. Anybody catch that? Anybody catch that mistake? Anybody catch my boo-boo there? All right, so now we're going to add the stamp, the sentiments. So we're going to take off, go back, and there's a lot of different sentiments that you can pick from on the stamp set, which I think is fabulous. There it is. So put these guys back. I use the big sentiment on the front. What I call a big sentiment is the one that looks the biggest. We're going to use the You Make Me Smile. On this card, I did Enjoy the Simple Things. I thought I would do the hugs and kisses. I just got to make sure that fits. Yes, it fits wonderfully. So we're going to use hugs and kisses. So you can, there's lots of fun sentiments that you can play around with, little fun things. I like stamp sets that give me options versus just one thing to work with. And if you do notice, I am jumping back and forth between my regular stamp block and my Misty. I can't quite seem to make up my mind about what I want to do. And there we go. And oh, I got to put new adhesive in here because it ran out. I can always tell because it starts to get very, very, very hard to pull. So just pushing off the side here. No mistakes with opportunities to add more layers. True. That is very, very true. Oh no, I pulled it off. In my zealousness to get this open, okay, easy fix. There we go. And then pop it in. Ta-da. Now I did do the corner rounder and I did like that. So maybe I'll just do it to this little guy. See, I was digging in my old punches. How many of you guys have punches and have not used them in ages? I used to use them all the time. I'm going, you know what? I have them. I want to use them. So I'm using them. Oh, oh. No. Urgh. Sorry, I got it misaligned. Now it's all loose. Oh, because I rolled it the wrong way. Or did I still roll it the wrong way? We'll find out. Yeah, I did. I still rolled it the wrong way. Crap. All right. We're going to go with plan B. I got to find my other tape runner real fast because that one I don't want to feel like messing with and muddling with right now. So I'll use my baby one. Plan B. All right. And then stick this one on here. So just little hugs. And oops, that's not lined up very nicely. So it's all just kind of fun layers. You don't have to, whoa. I need to learn how to clean up after myself because I got confetti overboard. All right. So now open this up and I have this background. I'm going to go back to the blue, which I've already cut right here. So stick that down. Put that right there. And then I need to recut another green. So if you're looking, here's my bike. Now my bike is going to shift. It's going to roll. So I got to redo my grass. So recut my grass. And I cannot use the top. I can't flip it upside down because the tuft's the wrong way. So I got to flip it the other way around. And if I remember correctly, I cut it to be about 1.5 inches. So I'm going to mimic that. It's about 1.5, the tallest. And I know my hill is not the same, but that's fine because in theory, my bike has traveled. Like it's moved. It's moved without a person on it. So it's a phantom bike, but it's a bike that's moved. All right, so there's that. Now I have my other cutesy little bike, and we're going to color this guy in. Now, what did I do for the colors? I got to match because I did this. Now, I think I'm going to go back and redo the black on that because I like the look of it better. I think you guys are right. It pops better. And what I might do is I might go ahead and switch the colors. So all the spokes and all the extra things will be in pink and the heart will be in yellow. You could do the whole thing in one color. That would work as well. I totally went out of the lines there. Shh, don't tell anybody. You didn't see me go out of the lines there. You know what? You probably wouldn't have even noticed I hadn't said anything. It's me being honest. So I do have to leave at a certain time today, and I didn't tell you guys why. I am taking my son to his very first orthodontist appointment. He gets to, and I never had braces or anything, so this is going to be a whole new thing for me. He's 13, and he's got a one heck of a his bottom jaw comes out above his teeth, so his bottom jaw goes this way really badly too, to the point where it's causing, like, he's got the jawline that could be like the Jay Leno where it looks really moon shaped if we let him go without being corrected, which could potentially be a problem down the line. See, now our bike's going to move because it could cause his teeth to hit funny and impacting and gum issues later in life. Anyway, so we got to go in. He's got to get the molds done on his teeth. My husband has had braces when he was a kid because his teeth were all kinds of messed up. And his jaw is the same way. And so it'll be an adventure. Something new and exciting and worth a lot of money. Yippee. All right, so here is the theory. The bike travels. Look at that. Oh, and I have it a little bit crooked. So it's kind of like a little motion card. It's a little something different. So look at that. And our bike moved. Yay. So now I'm going to put a little sentiment over here. And I don't think I can get this into my Misty, so I'm going to have to do my best as I can stamping it. Here we go. And this time I want to do that. You make me smile. I just love that. You make me smile. Pull off the other one. So did any of you guys have braces? It would be a cute baby card. Oh yeah. I mean, the style of the card could be used for anything. So I never had braces. I should have had braces. My bottom teeth are all crooked as all get out, but it just didn't happen. And so far, my middle, he's definitely going to have braces. All right. So you make me smile. There. That works. Put that back on here so I don't lose my stamp. Da, da, da. So now they're saying he's going to be in braces for 30 months, but it's not just braces. He has to have like this thing that's a palette expander and all these other doodads. All right, so look at the beginning of our card. It's so adorable. All right, so now I've also cut some other papers to go here. I guess I cut these both to be the same color. Huh, I thought I cut a different one. So on this card, I have it, I swear I really need to clean up, so that I had two different, and I thought I had a different one over here, but I guess not. Interesting. So I don't know if I like the two colors the same. What are you guys thinking? But I could do something like that. So this is where I start playing and I start being like, oh, what can I change? And then I had the balloons. Where'd my balloons go? There they are. So it acts a little different. I think I want to change that. I don't like the two matchy-matchy of the colors. Trying to see if I have any that are big enough in here that will fit. I don't think any of them are wide enough. Because it's 2.5 and there's no other 2.5s. So we get to cut another one because I'm not liking the match. And the back side is two bunnies. It's too Eastery for this. So let's pull out lots of flowers. I could go back to the pink. Let's do pink. Oh, you know what I did? That's what that was for. That's what that pink one was, the one that was supposed to go there. I had everything pre-cut. I promise. And then as I'm going through, I'm not remembering what I cut it for. I do know that this was 2.5. No, oh, right. Now I got to measure again. Yeah, 2.5. 2.5 by 4. Hard age to wear braces. You know what? But everybody in his life, like all the kids at school, all have braces on too. So it's not that he's the only one that's going to be wearing them. More than half the kids in his class have some sort of braces going on. And he doesn't get them on today. He gets them on, like today is just getting the mold and getting the first sets of stuff organized. All right, I like that better. Let's go with that. Something a little different. That way it's not too super matchy-matchy on that concept. There we go. There's that. Plus, I have an idea of what I want to do with a stamp, and I don't want to have super busy background. Okay, now I lost I'm losing my head, ladies and gents, if there's any gents. Where did my balloons go? Okay, seriously, where'd the balloons go? I just had them. Did I pick them up and put them away? Oh, man. Okay, well, we're going to steal the balloons from the other one because I don't want to be spending all time hunting around for them. We're going to pilfer. There we go. And I'll do the balloons on that one later. So I did already run this through my Xyron. I think it's still good. So the balloons are going to go right there. There we go. We're going to be using these two little squares here in a minute. We're going to do another stamp. I do want to get out I'm like losing my mind here, probably because I'm thinking I need to make sure I'm done by a certain time to go to take my son. Oh, there it is. It's hiding. All I did was I colored the balloons in the yellow, the pink and the yellow. Just kind of alternated the colors on that one. And there is some little sentiments. This one says happy party. And, you know, I don't think I'm going to use the party because I have nothing on here that says birthday. And I'm not going to use anything that's birthday related, except for the balloons, I guess are kind of, but you know, I think balloons, I think summer as well. So we're going to go up here, put the balloons up high, and then we're going to do just happy. And yeah, we're going to do it on that little square. I like to change up my mind as I go a lot because sometimes I have an idea and then I set it down and I look at it and I'm like, no, I like it. This look better. This works a little bit better than that. So clear this off. I'm just going to stamp right in the center here. Happy. And I'm going to do that for the other one, but I'll cut those and do those later. And then put this down. Now what I am going to do is I'm going to take my marker and I'm just going to outline with the fine side just to give it a little bit of something. And I think I'm going to double it because I've got the colors of both balloons. I'm going to add both colors to this. So because I don't want to go too thick, because this is a very folded up card, any layers I add right now have to be super, super thin layers. So doing easy layers like this, like adding pen or stamps, they're flat, no problem. There, it's a little something. Happy. You guys are still super quiet. All right, I'm going to steal one of my other little squares. So now over here, I just thought doing kind of like a grid over here would be kind of fun. So I've got these two little squares here. And the other stamps that we have that I thought would be super cute was this bouquet. So I thought I would stamp that right there in the center. And she said you could die cut that out and put it on the back of the bike, which I thought was so cute. I love that concept. And I might have to do that for a future card down the line. There, so I don't lose it. Here. So now I'm going to come in, I'm going to make my flowers pink. Just make sure whenever you're doing any kind of stamping, you stamp with a stamp, the ink that is color safe for whatever kind of marker you're using. And I'm just going to use the yellow for this. Baskets to me have to be yellow. I don't know why. I guess because they're always used to be kind of like a, not wicker basket, but you know, like they're made from straw or hay or something. Therefore, to me, baskets should be yellow. You can make it whatever you want. I'll make the boat pink. I'm not using a whole lot of different colors and just keeping it very standard. I mean, it's two colors that I'm using. Now I'm debating if I want to go happy, happy. I don't know. And I like how I did that, so I'm going to do that again. And I am going to put the ink cover back on so I don't get it all gross, but I'm going to reverse it. I'm going to do the yellow on the outside this time. Just looks like a really cool border. And I did not plan that. That came kind of a last minute. I just thought of that. It's funny how we think of things. You're like, it needs something more. Haha, let's try this. Worst case scenario, I don't like it, and I take it off like I have with everything else on this card. I don't like it. Rip it off. There. I like that. That's cute. Now I'm debating, or do I just want to leave it simple? Now the other thing is that with all the stuff, it's hiding, it's buried. Do you guys do this too? Every time I'm like, I need to keep my desk more organized, make it less cluttered, and then I start working and everything gets all kinds of crazy. All right, so I also got this cute little stamp set, or sticker set, sorry, and there's a lot of stuff in here that's super, super Eastery, but look at the bows that are in here, and I think those are sweet. So I think that's what I'm going to do for this other one. Is that, oh, and there's two pages in here. What a concept. All right, I'm going to pull in a little more of that bluish color. So I'm going to pull in a little blue bow. And I'm trying to see if there's anything. Oh, there's little flowers. Okay, so I have an idea. There are some cute little flowers. So now I'm tying a little of that blue. See, look, that dark blue matches perfectly. And I'm going to outline that again as well. And I'm going to match it. I'm going to go the same because I'm going to put this at the bottom. I'm going to go the same here. That really should be, I have one more square because then it'll look the same. It'll come off, but I think, I don't know. What do you guys think? Yeah, we're gonna do that. It looked funny floating when everything else had kind of a border. So it'll just be a little bit bigger, which is fine. So this one up here, it's gonna be yellow on this one. Sorry, process in my head. See how I change my mind? I'm looking at it going, it needs this or it needs that. And it's like you're working with little tiny embellishments, which is fun. All right, and then this one needs the pink second. And I know I'm going to cover up a lot of this with the balloons, and that's absolutely fine. It'll be just something a little different. And then this one, the pink is on the outline. There we go. And then we are pretty much done with our card. And I will finish the other one, and you guys can see it when I do my video. I'll show you guys, like I'll do like a little animated video on Facebook. Depends on the time. What's my time? Yeah, I got 10 minutes. Running close on time. But I want you guys to see the finished version of at least one of these cards. So I took this one through with you the whole way. And then since I have all of these, I'll just run them all through. Try to glue that down. It's strange. Some of the video, I don't know why. Some of the, I'm just looking at my comments here, and I'm noticing that there's some that are saying that they are not showing. So I have to click and it says show. It didn't want to show that last comment. That's strange. The one that says, I like them all in the white block grids. I don't get that. Why would it block that? So strange. Okay, so here we go. And I made all these little squares, 1.5 by 1.5. Did I do that right? Yes, I did that right. Okay. The little balloons up here. And then our little basket right there. And you could totally get away with, trying to think, I had both flowers, and now that I put them all in blocks, it would work either way. On this card, I did it. Look, I did it reversed. I didn't even mean to. That's kind of funny. Okay, so what I was getting excited about was the fact that I saw flowers. So if you remember on our front cover, oh, it shifted. There we go. So I had my 3 little flowers. Well, I want to mimic that on the inside. And so on here, there's little flowers. So I think I did what I did, 2 pink, but it doesn't matter because the bike has moved. It's like it's gone down the line. So now I can do 3 little flowers over here. They're not thinking, oh, there's like the sticky on the inside. I just need to pull my sheet out. Oh, I'm being silly about that. Okay. I'm just going to pull them out. Otherwise, they're going to keep on sticking. There's one cute little flower here. And then I got to find my pen in this mess of stuff. Where's my black pen? There it is. Hiding on me. All right. So here we will do, sorry, I have a sticker on my finger. We will do our little flowers. And then it'll look consistent to what we've done before. The flowers are going to be different, but I need to make them flat. Otherwise, they're not going to, the card's not going to fold nicely. So, and I can pick whatever flowers because the bike has moved. But now it feels like it's the same. I don't know if that makes sense or not. It's on a hill of flowers. That's the goal here. Let's add a purple one. And I definitely have enough flowers because there's 2 sheets of stickers. Here. And I think that's it. I think we got our card. Dun, dun, dun. So fold. Oh, I need that one. That's what that other. Okay, so where's that other? Seriously, people, I am losing my mind today because I can't find anything because I got so much crap on my desk. I'm trying to find that other piece. It's like, where's that other? Here it is. My mug worked. I just didn't find it right away. It was hiding. Oh, there we go. And I could put something there, but I'm tempted to leave it blank. Either that, or maybe I'll leave that one blank and put this one here. You can play around with it. You can have fun. Oh, now these little guys are falling off. I knew I should have waited. Should have waited to the very end before gluing them down. I just didn't give them a chance to set. This is where the glue dots would be handy. You're absolutely right. Usually I don't have cards that I'm flipping around and moving. That's why I said I should have done that last. All right, I'll fix that in a bit, but you get the idea. All right, so here is our card. And then it opens up, and then you can do the bikes moving, and you have hugs and kisses, a little interest right there, and then you have your interest on the inside. Super cute. And I have a very similar concept with this card, except this one has the ribbon that can tie it. So here it is. I just have to put my bike. So the bike would go there. I am going to redo my bike in black. I think I do like that card. It does pop better. It doesn't hide so much. Add some sticker flowers to the bike's, to the bike side. Now I'm confused. I'm not sure. The other thing I might do is, because I have a little bouquet, you know what, and we do have time for that. I have time for that really fast, really fast. And I'm going to do it on this one. She says the bouquet fits on the back, and I love that little bouquet. It's so stinking cute. So we can do a little tiny stamp, and then it'll tie in the bouquet that we had. And bouquet basket. It'll tie it in to what we have later on. So let's stamp this real fast. And then there is a die that goes with that. And I just gotta make sure I color it the same color. And I had purple tape somewhere on my desk that tapes it down, but we're just using washi tape today because I can't seem to so this is, I think, why sometimes I can't find, I mean, obviously today it's because everything is all over the place, but you know, because I've got stuff everywhere. But my kids steal things off my desk. You guys ever have that problem? They come in, my daughter, she's the worst. She'll come in and she'll see something that she absolutely loves, and the next thing I know, it's gone. You know, and then I find it somewhere else in the house because she decided to have a little fun with it. I'm like, really? Man. So then it's gone. Just went poof, it vanished. All right, so let's check this out. She says this fits on the back. Cute. But it covers up the seat now. Like that. Be on the front. I don't know, I'm fighting. It's almost looking a little, I don't know. Do you guys like it there or not? It's an option. Nah, I think I'm fighting with it. I think it looks like there's just too much happening, which is cool. I could put a flower. If I could put a little bouquet of flowers in the back. This is where I had to start playing. So I don't know if I like that either. It looks too much. I think we're going to leave it plain. Sometimes less is more. You have to try it. Sometimes you have a thought and you're like, should it work? Should it not work? And then you look at it and it's like, no, there's just too much. And maybe it's because the card already has a lot going on and it just might be too much going. So I think that's it. We're done with the card. The only other thing I could do is I could put something else there, and I'll hum and haw over that and decide, and maybe I'll pull another one of the little cutout pieces and put there. Or, you know, there's some cute stickers on here. I could do, that has a bouquet. Oh, so here's a bouquet that just has flowers. And that could go here in like one of my little square concepts, that kind of a thing. And it doesn't look like it's super anything that's Eastery. So that's what it is. There it is. Tuck it under the seat. Oh, okay, what's she saying? I'm working this out very carefully. So it would go like that. Okay, so what do you guys think? Do you like that? Does that look cute? Debating. What do you guys, let me know. It does look cute under the seat. You're right. Why didn't I think of that? Yes, no, yes, no. You guys are so quiet. I'm wondering if there's a little bit of a delay too. Like I ask a question and it just hasn't come through. I'll color it. But I gotta get going here in a second. Okay, so what do we got? What colors? I'm trying to match the colors. All right, so I did all, that's right. Baskets are yellow, therefore they're all yellow. So I'll color it and you guys can tell me yay or nay on that. Thank you for the tip and how it goes under the seat. I appreciate that. There we go. I'm gonna color it in. I think my son actually is going to enjoy going to all of these orthodontic appointments because I have to do them when everybody else is in school. So that way I don't have a whole bunch of kids on top of me while I'm taking everybody to the orthodontist. You know what? I do like that. Kentucky, now that I've colored it in and I've laid it there, we're going to go with it. It's going to get on there. Ta-da. Because then he gets to go by himself, so he gets some mommy time. And when I pull him out for school, because I don't want to have, again, everybody else is in school, so it's easy. And I know it sucks, but the times that I pull him out are when he has lunch and stuff, so he's really not missing a lot of class. Or he's missing classes that are, they're longer classes and he's only missing a portion of them. At least that's what I try to do. And so therefore he gets to eat out with me. So I think he really appreciates that. All right, so there it is. Look how cute. Adorable. All right, so we got flip open. Again, I think I'm going to put something here. I just haven't decided yet. Flip open and flip open. And there it is. Adorable little card. Something kind of fun. And then this one will have, I'm going to go back and I will add the flowers. I'm going to change it to a black. So this will be black. This is already done. I like this version. And then on the inside of this, I already have those, and I'll do those 4 squares again. I just need to cut more. I already have my balloons, and I might change the order about how they're lined up, and then add my little flowers. And then my basket, I need to do a second basket for the inside. And now it makes sense because the basket has the flowers in there, and you know, there's flowers. It goes together now. It all makes sense. There's flowers. They're collecting flowers. You can picture the little person off the side collecting them and moving the bike along. Let's go with that. And so there we go. Super cute little card, something fun, a little kind of interactive flippy card that you can play with and just kind of use up a lot of your paper supplies. Don't forget to check out in Paper Sweeties. Let me find the back paper so you guys can see here. I have her card right here. This is Paper Sweeties. I have the link down below so you guys can check that out. All these little cute little embellishments came from there. The ribbon came from there, the stamps, the dies, and even the paper packs and the stickers I used today came from her store. So I would love for you guys to go and check her stuff out. It is super awesome. And I will see you guys again next Wednesday for our next live video for cards. Not sure what I'm making yet, but you know, I've got a week to figure it out. And as always, I have regularly uploaded videos going on throughout the week. And if you have not had a chance, I had a live video go off last Saturday for National Scrapbooking or International Scrapbooking Day. And if you leave a comment on that video, and it's one where I did a scrapbook layout of my kids at Target. And anyway, it's kind of cute. It's got a Where the Wild Things Are kind of a theme. Leaving a comment is still a chance to win some amazing prizes from some wonderful companies. So we had a lot of fun doing that. And even though it's past the fact, you can still go and check that out. So thank you everybody for coming by. Don't you love it? Super bright and cheery. It's very spring. I know we're getting into summer, but here in Texas, the flowers are everywhere. So if you haven't had a chance to subscribe, please subscribe and hit that bell button so you guys can get notifications when I do all my other live videos and also recorded videos. And I hope you guys have an amazing day. So bye, everybody.